Record. So this is the national qualifier meeting. As you know, state nationals is in like 3 weeks. So you better start grinding for your projects. I definitely know you haven't started working on them. I know by intuition. This meeting's going to be a bit shorter because next week is the one where we're going to have a lot more updates. But just some clarifications. Today is this Nationals Qualifier 2 meeting, and in 2 weeks we'll have our pre-nationals meeting, and that pre-nationals meeting is going to have a lot more information than this, and it's going to have like basically every single detail about how our nationals trip is going to work. And then you of course know the nationals conference is the 26th to the 30th, so we're gonna meet at SLHS in the morning on the 26th, and then we're going to turn in the evening on the 30th. So don't expect to do anything on those 2 days. And then the same time will be for the pre-nationals meeting, 5 p.m. And as you know, we're recording this. So I'd watch the recordings again, and then make sure you do the attendance forms. Like normally we don't care if you do the attendance forms, but this attendance form and the last attendance form, those you do really need to fill out because there's our important information on it. Nationals update. For the last attendance form, we asked if you wanted SLHS TSA merch. So we ordered that. And if you a message that applies to you, if you should bring the cash for it on the first day of nationals. And then if you don't have your official TSA uniform, so like the blue button up, make sure to order it like pretty fast, because I'm sure a lot of other people did not order it, so it's going to come slower than it would say on the thing because people are ordering it now because they procrastinated it. And then make sure that you check the sizing or go a bit larger than you normally are. I bought a medium when I was a freshman and it still fits me perfectly, so you can tell me how it's very large. And we are in the process of contacting the other members who requested to borrow an official TSA shirt. So you'll be messaged about how to pick that up because I know it's summer, so it can kind of inconvenience. For the hotels, we're staying at the Hilton Lakes Hotel, and we're going to have shuttle transportation between that and the convention center. We're in close proximity to a pretty good mall, and then they have an indoor and outdoor pool. There will be Wi-Fi, and they will be providing some breakfast vouchers, the hotels. These are the hotels right here. We'll send these slides out so you can look into them in more detail. But these are the rooms. Yeah, here are. And for escape room, so for some activities, we may do an escape room like the last time. We may also do a bowling night at the Grapevine Mills Mall. And we're also going to explore downtown. There's not going to be a water park because we're not staying at the same place as we did for state. And we're going to book these in advance. So we'll try to cover as much of it as we can, but you probably will still have to give some money to pay for it, but we will provide some money. And then for your events, probably the most important part is make sure that you start your submissions and you start your events. Always check the competitive event schedule. Here it is right here. This has all of the events, including the actual preliminary rounds and semifinal rounds. See, preliminary rounds, semifinals. So make sure to write that down on your calendar now, preferably just so you don't forget about that. Open chats. Then also review the competitive event guide. Y'all know the drill by now. It has everything on there. And because this is nationals, they'll be following, that's the exact thing they're going to use. It's not going to be like regionals and state where they made some changes. This is nationals, so it's the exact same guide. Then look at some of these interview resources for semifinalist interviews in case you haven't had one of those, or you're not feeling too great about it. And then please email like all your submissions to us, and we'll give you feedback. And we'll also give you your signature for the plan of work log and copyright checklist, because you do need an advisor signature for that. Y'all know the drill by now about this. We're happy to give you feedback. And then forensics and tech problem solving. Collect all your items that you need. It's all in the competitive event guide. Cybersecurity, make sure to set up your accounts and fill out the TSA internet release form. Send it as PDF to Moniel. Moniel was asking me about that before. So just send that to him. Just do it now. It's not that, excuse me, it's not that complicated. So I just do that now. And then team captains will receive an email for verification by next Friday. It's not this Friday, next Friday, the 10th. And look at that, we're done. So first make sure you have your TSA uniform shirt. Check to see, iron it. Do the attendance form. This is mandatory. Yeah. Put the attendance form in chat. This form is mandatory, just like the other one. Due on the 6th of June. Questions, if you have questions, just email us or text us on the Discord. And if your parents have questions about nationals, because they might have some concerns, email Mr. Kirk. Here's the email here. Here's where we will put the recording, but that's not on there, of course, because you're in it right now. Wow. And the last meeting slides are also here. So I'm going to stay on the screen for a little bit. If you don't have any questions, you're free to go. But yeah, wasn't much to discuss. Y'all should know the drill mostly by now about everything goes.